This video is the second lesson in graphic communication in S3. You should watch this one after you have watched the induction. This lesson is going to be all about the 3P's. Graphic communication is all about communicating information. This may be in the form of a design idea for a new product, or a building plan for a new house, or a poster for use in a marketing campaign. In industry, there are three main types of graphic that are used to present this information, and these are known as the 3P's. You will learn about and produce each of the graphics during your graphic communication course, and you may be examined on the knowledge gained in your SQA exam. The 3P's mean preliminary graphics, where we have maybe sketches of an object. We have production graphics, where we maybe have some technical drawings of that, and we have promotional graphics, as it suggests, to actually promote or advertise the graphic. So let's take a little bit of a look at these in more detail. We'll start with preliminary graphics. Preliminary graphics are sketches, illustrations, modelling plans, thumbnail layouts used in the design stage of a new product, new building, and new publications. Skills in sketching, drawing, and rendering are very important at this stage. There are a number of advantages in doing preliminary graphics. They are quick to produce. They are a good way of recording initial ideas or designs. They are a good way of developing a design. They are used to communicate information, design ideas to a client, and they form the basis for production drawings. And even above that, there isn't a lot of equipment required for doing preliminary graphics, just really a pencil and pen. Disadvantages though, they are not drawn to a scale, and they are not normally dimensionally accurate. So some examples. Here we have from the last slide, this is orthographic sketches, so views of a little toy train, and we're looking at it from the front, from the side, from the end, and from the top. And this has been sketched, and there are some rough dimensions put onto it. Here we have a production drawing of the same, isometric drawing of the same train. So again, just a sketch to give an idea of what it actually looks like. Or we can have a rendered illustration. Again, if we were showing stuff to a client who's wanting this produced, we can show them what it looks like, give them an idea what the finished product will look like. So that's preliminary graphics. Production drawings. Production drawings generally provide precise information about the manufacture or construction of a product or project. The graphics are mainly in the form of orthographic, exploded, assembly, location, construction, or dimensioned views. The main purpose of these drawings is to allow a product to be manufactured accurately. Again, there are many advantages of production drawing. They are important when component parts are to be manufactured. As we said, they allow it to be manufactured accurately. They show how components are assembled. They can be easily dimensioned. The drawing standards used are now worldwide standards. They are accurate and they are drawn to a scale. There are some disadvantages though. Training or knowledge is required to produce them. Drawing standards have to be learned. They can be time consuming to produce. Costly specialised equipment is required. Drawing boards, tools, or computers and appropriate software. Now, some of these disadvantages are similar to what you are at the moment. You're going to be required to be trained on the specific standards. You're going to need to learn the drawing board equipment. You're going to need to learn the software and the computer and the CAD software and the desktop publishing software. But all of this is what your third and fourth year course will be about. Here's some examples. So this is production drawings, building drawings of a house. So this is a section down through the house so you can actually see how it looks inside. Or we have a floor plan where you can actually see the layout of the house. Or we can see different elevations. You can see how these differ from preliminary graphics. These have all been done in a computer. These are accurate and they're drawn to a scale. The last type of graphic is called promotional graphics. Promotional graphics are illustrative graphics and written material which bring people's attention to or highlight specific features, aspects of a product or a project. These may be used for sales promotion, maybe posters and leaflets, technical promotions or illustrations. These illustrations and presentation techniques may be done manually, but will normally be done using computer, using desktop publishing software and 3D modeling software. So they've got, again, a number of advantages. They appear less technical than production drawings. They tend to be more easily understood. They can be made to look more realistic than production drawings. They can be used in promotional documents or videos. They can show the customer what the product or building will look like. They can have materials and light supplied to create visual impact, and they can be made to look attractive in order to sell the product. Again, they do have some disadvantages. They require skills and knowledge to produce. They can give a false impression of the product. You can't physically handle a rendered model. So, looking at some promotional graphics, here we have in a building estate, this is the sort of thing you'd get in a brochure, which shows the layout of the estate, shows all the different houses, the roads, etc. And similarly, what you'd also get in one of these sales brochures is an animation of what the house looks like. So this is not a photograph. This is a computer rendered illustration showing some materials, showing some colours onto the building. And this might not be exactly what it looks like once it's built, but it gives a good impression of what it would look like. Okay, that's the